First one, the money position of quarterbacks. And we have on here, Jake, Justin Fields finishes the season as a top 5 QB, believe it or not.
Yeah, Justin Fields, interesting case study right now. Most people who drafted him after your first 3 weeks, they were just so bummed. And not because he was
That's me.
abysmal. Well, okay, in
It's me.
our league also, it's way different because, again, the scoring for quarterback is so extreme. Every sack, every turnover is so heavily weighted. For the average person, though, in the average league scoring, he wasn't atrocious. He was usable in the first few weeks if you don't watch him play, and then you'd feel a lot better about it. Like, he was okay, especially in weeks 2 and 3. I think week 1 was a big dud.
So here's where he's been at the first 5 weeks, Jake. 14.5, 14.7, 10.6, 27.9, 32.9.
There's the big one. So the ascension happened essentially once they finally did the thing of letting him run again. It was like that seemed to open up everything. And then he got super comfortable. Obviously, this most recent week, Dustin, we don't have to talk about whether or not you started him in week 5 in our league.
Nope.
That's fine. That's a topic for another day. But if you did start him,
I only left over 100 points on my bench between Justin Fields and DJ Moore, but still pulled out the victory. So it doesn't matter.
That's nice. You do get to throw in that caveat for sure. But if you started Justin Fields in week 5, it's almost like you were a lock to win your damn week because he was so high performing. So the question really is, because right now he's quarterback 3 up until this point. He is the quarterback 3. So is week 4 and 5 what we really expect from Justin Fields, or do things revert back a little bit to the earlier games? So, Dustin, I'll throw it over to you. Do you think it's reasonable at this point that he is a top 5 quarterback when everything's said and done?
All I will say is
believe it.
Yes.
Believe it.
Love those drops.
Yes. So, yeah, I do buy in here. He had a slow start to the season last year for the first 4 or 5 weeks or whatever. I think he ended up finishing as quarterback 6 on the year last year.
Yeah.
There's no reason to say he couldn't finish as top 5, especially if he keeps doing what he's doing. It looks like he's got a good rapport with DJ Moore, who through the first 5 weeks of the season, minus this last week here, so the first 4 weeks, excuse me, wasn't lighting the world on fire like he did this last week, but had a respectable start to the season. So I think that chemistry is only going to continue to grow. DJ Moore is a legitimate receiver finally for that Bears offense, and Fields has been throwing to him. He's looked much more accurate over the past couple games, and they're letting him run the ball and kind of doing what they were doing at the end of last year. So as long as they continue to do this, yeah, I'm all in on it.
Yeah, I think coming into this season, our big topic of conversation was how much does DJ Moore boost Justin Fields? Is it like when Stephon Diggs went to Buffalo? Is it like when A.J. Brown went to Philly? And I don't know if we were projecting that. Like, I was a little bit more timid, but you had to assume it helped him at least a little bit. And if he's quarterback 6 at the end of last year, sure, quarterback 5 seems completely fair and reasonable. So
Absolutely.
Because of that, I too... Oh, it didn't work. I thought I was so excited, and I got nothing.
Believe it.
There we go. Oh, God, too little, too late, though. But I do believe that Justin Fields finishes as a top 5 quarterback. If he doesn't, he'll probably be right on the fringes at QB 6.
Yeah. I think at worst he's like out just a hair outside the top 5, but